From the vastness of space, our planet appears as a delicate blue marble, swirling with white clouds, a serene and thriving oasis. But this serene image belies a deeper truth. The Earth, our home, is in the throes of a crisis: climate change. This is not just a story of rising temperatures and melting ice caps, it's a tale of how we, as inhabitants of this blue marble, have altered its natural rhythm. Our story begins billions of years ago, when Earth's climate began its dance with natural forces like the sun's intensity, volcanic eruptions, and shifts in orbit. Yet it wasn't until the last few centuries that a new dancer joined the floor: humanity. Our actions, particularly since the dawn of the Industrial Revolution, have tipped the scales, intensifying Earth's natural greenhouse effect and triggering rapid, unprecedented changes in our climate. Welcome to Climate Science, where today we embark on a journey through time to uncover the story of climate change. How we got here, its profound impacts, and the path towards a sustainable future. Our planet's climate has been in flux for billions of years, shaped by natural forces like volcanic eruptions, changes in the sun's intensity, and shifts in Earth's orbit. From ice ages to periods of warming, Earth has seen it all. But about 12,000 years ago, something remarkable happened. Earth's climate began to stabilize. This stable warm period, known as the Holocene, provided the perfect conditions for human civilization to flourish. As societies grew and advanced, so did their impact on the natural world. The dawn of human-induced climate change can be traced back to the late 18th century and the onset of the Industrial Revolution. This period of rapid industrial growth and technological advancement brought about significant changes in how humans lived and worked. But it also marked the beginning of our species' substantial impact on the Earth's climate. With the rise of industry came the large-scale burning of fossil fuels, coal, oil, and gas. These fuels powered our factories, heated our homes, and later drove our vehicles. But they also had an unintended consequence. When burned, fossil fuels release carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas, into the atmosphere. In moderation, greenhouse gases are essential. They envelop the Earth, trapping some of the sun's heat and making our planet habitable. This is the natural greenhouse effect. But the scale and speed at which we've been pumping carbon dioxide into the atmosphere have intensified this effect, leading to a rise in the Earth's average temperatures. This human-induced enhancement of the greenhouse effect has set in motion a series of climate changes. It's like we've turned up the thermostat, and now the whole house is getting warmer. The massive burning of coal and later oil and gas for energy released immense amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, gases that trap heat, leading to what we now know as the greenhouse effect. This effect is natural and necessary. Without it, Earth would be too cold to support life as we know it. The greenhouse effect, in essence, is a warming phenomenon. Like a greenhouse's glass walls, our atmosphere traps some of the sun's heat, preventing it from escaping back into space, and thereby keeping our planet warm enough for life to thrive. This process involves greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide, which absorb and re-emit heat radiation. In a balanced state, these gases create an optimal environment for life. However, human activities, particularly since the Industrial Revolution, have disturbed this balance. We've been burning fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and gas for energy and transportation, and deforestation has reduced the planet's capacity to absorb carbon dioxide. These actions have significantly increased the concentration of greenhouse gases in our atmosphere, enhancing the greenhouse effect and causing the Earth's average temperature to climb, a phenomenon we call global warming. Now, a little warming might not sound like much of a problem, but let's put this into perspective. A difference of just 5 degrees Celsius separates us from the last ice age, when much of North America was covered in glaciers. Today, we're witnessing a rise of over 1 degree in just over 100 years, an alarmingly rapid shift. This accelerated warming has profound implications. It disrupts weather patterns, leading to more frequent and intense heat waves, storms, and heavy rainfall. It melts polar ice, causing sea levels to rise and threatening coastal communities. It exacerbates droughts, affecting agriculture and water supplies. It disrupts ecosystems, endangering countless species. The consequences are undeniable. More frequent and severe storms, devastating wildfires, droughts, and the displacement of communities. Ecosystems are under stress, and biodiversity is at risk. We're not just talking about a warmer summer or milder winter here. We're talking about a fundamental and potentially catastrophic shift in our planet's climate system, and it's happening right now in our lifetime. That's why understanding the greenhouse effect is so crucial. It's the key to understanding why our climate is changing and what that means for life on Earth. Recognizing the gravity of the situation, nations around the globe have come together to address this crisis. The late 20th century marked the beginning of international efforts to combat climate change. In 1997, the Kyoto Protocol was born, an international treaty that committed signatory countries to reduce their greenhouse gas emissions. This was a milestone, the first time nations agreed on legally binding emission reduction targets. Yet the Kyoto Protocol had its limitations. Not all countries ratified it, and some of the world's major carbon emitters were not obligated to reduce their emissions. Despite its shortcomings, the Kyoto Protocol set the stage for future international climate agreements. Fast forward to 2015, the world witnessed a landmark moment in the fight against climate change, the Paris Agreement. Nearly 200 countries committed to keeping global temperature rise this century well below 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, and to pursue efforts to limit the temperature increase even further to 1.5 degrees Celsius. The Paris Agreement also emphasized the need for countries to enhance their ability to deal with the impacts of climate change through climate resilience and lower greenhouse gas emissions development. However, despite these international efforts, progress has been slower than needed. Greenhouse gas emissions have continued to rise, and the world is not on track to meet the temperature goals of the Paris Agreement. This slow progress is not due to a lack of solutions, but often a lack of political will and economic incentives. The transition to a sustainable, low-carbon economy will require unprecedented cooperation and commitment from all sectors of society. While the task is enormous, the potential benefits are even greater. A global transition to a low-carbon economy could spur economic growth, create millions of jobs, improve public health, and ensure a livable planet for future generations. Yet, progress has been slower than needed. The urgency of the situation calls for more ambitious action on climate change. The time to act is now. But there is hope. Renewable energy technologies, electric vehicles, sustainable agriculture, and global reforestation efforts are on the rise. We are witnessing a new era of innovation, one that's deeply entwined with the health and resilience of our planet. Solar panels and wind turbines are increasingly dotting our landscapes, harnessing the power of the sun and wind to generate clean, renewable energy. Hydroelectric plants are tapping into the kinetic energy of our rivers, while geothermal systems are drawing from the Earth's internal heat. These technologies are not only lowering our carbon emissions, but are also creating new jobs and opportunities, fueling a green economy. On our roads, electric vehicles are becoming more common, replacing their gas-guzzling counterparts. These vehicles run on electricity, drastically reducing emissions and improving air quality. Meanwhile, advancements in battery technology are making these cars more affordable and efficient, bringing us closer to a future where electric vehicles are the norm, not the exception. In our fields and farms, sustainable agricultural practices are taking root. Farmers are adopting methods that improve soil health, increase crop yields, and reduce the need for chemical fertilizers and pesticides. They're growing diverse crops, rotating fields, and planting cover crops, all practices that help sequester carbon and mitigate climate change. And across the globe, reforestation efforts are breathing new life into our planet. Millions of trees are being planted every year, creating habitats for wildlife, improving air quality, and absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. These reforestation efforts are a testament to the power of nature to heal itself, given the chance. But the journey doesn't end here. As individuals, we can contribute to this positive change. We can reduce our waste, conserve water, eat less meat, and support companies that prioritize sustainability. We can vote for leaders who take climate change seriously and advocate for policies that protect our environment. And you too can play a part. From reducing waste to supporting clean energy, every action counts. Together we can write a different story for our planet, a story of resilience, innovation, and hope. As we stand at this pivotal moment in Earth's history, the choices we make today will shape the climate legacy we leave for future generations. We are not mere spectators in this unfolding drama. Each of us has a part to play. By choosing to reduce and recycle, we can lessen our individual carbon footprints. By opting for renewable energy sources, we can contribute to a greener grid. By supporting businesses and policies that prioritize sustainability, we can influence the course of our collective future. Knowledge is power, and understanding the science of climate change is the first step towards meaningful action. So let's continue to learn, question, and to engage in conversations that matter, because together, we can make a difference. Join us on Climate Science as we explore the challenges and solutions of climate change, empowering ourselves to be stewards of our precious planet. And don't forget, for more interesting facts and engaging conversations about climate change, subscribe to the Climate Science channel. Your support helps us spread the word and inspire action. Together we can ensure a better future for our planet.